Brick, tan, hands. Hey guys, it's Michaela and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Michaela. I do beauty videos, I do styling, I do fashion hauls. I am just here to build a really great community of supportive people, talk about fun things, talk about things that we love, talk about stuff that we enjoyed, maybe some things that we don't love so much, but yes, I do everything from makeup videos to lookbooks, hauls, whatever you need, you're gonna find it here. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button right down below. Make sure you also hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time that I upload. So for today's video, I wanted to do something very near and dear to my heart. I wanted to do a makeup tutorial that is all about a somewhat natural coverage for freckles. As you can see, I'm not completely natural. I actually went a little bit crazy with my eye makeup. I was planning on it being a little bit more natural, and then I got to playing and this happened. So aside from this, I tried to keep the face makeup somewhat covered, but I wanted to do an evening out of the skin tone. I wanted to show you guys how I do my makeup with freckles when I don't want to cover my freckles. 9 times out of 10, I don't want to cover my freckles. Usually this is the way that I'm able to achieve evening out my skin tone, bronzer, highlight, blush, the whole deal, while still showing my freckles underneath so that they can still kind of pop out and be seen, because I am proud of them. They are what make me different, and they are what make you different if you do have them. A way to sort of embrace your freckles and embrace the things that make you unique. It is pouring rain out right now, you guys. So I thought this would be a perfect opportunity for me to do a tutorial. I also have to be on camera today for something kind of exciting, so I had to do my makeup. How do we feel about this shirt? Total eclipse of the heart. If you'd like to see how I achieved this look right here, then keep watching. I don't know what is going on with this neckline here. Okay, I don't like that. That tanner hand. Oh, I'm already sweating. I'm already sweating. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna start off with is skincare. I moisturize my skin with the Drench and Quench by Bliss. I really like this moisturizer. I got it when I went to the beauty closet. I just really like it. I actually like all the Bliss products, and I feel like they kind of fell off the map for a hot minute. And then when I went to the beauty closet, I saw this there and the girls highly recommended it, and I've used it and it's really nice. It actually kind of reminds me of the Neutrogena hyaluronic acid moisturizer. I think that's what it's called. I also use the Garnier Ultra Lift Anti-Wrinkle Firming Eye Cream. I really like this product. I do have a pimple right here and a little bit of redness, but I don't have a green concealer anymore. I had a green primer from Smashbox and I used it. I didn't think it was like earth-shatteringly amazing, so I didn't repurchase it just because I didn't think it was that incredible. Oh, let me turn off the AC, which I can do from my app now. If you guys have the Nest, I realized that I can download the app and I can adjust the air conditioning, the heat, the whole system from the comfort of my phone. God forbid we get up and turn anything off. Okay, so we are going to prime the skin first. I have on my moisturizer, I have on my eye cream, I've let it all set in. I'm gonna start with the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. This is a very expensive primer and I've seen a lot of YouTubers using it and beauty bloggers, and a lot of people have talked about it. I've used it a little bit, as you can see, so I have gotten a fair amount of use to be able to speak on it. I do think it's a great primer. I think it's like one of the most interestingly soft products I've ever felt. It literally feels like you're touching velvet. I definitely do really enjoy this for a primer. It comes with a little disc that you are supposed to just like scoop it out with. I'm gonna try to just use my finger and like melt it and put it on and just see if I prefer that, because there's just something weird about going in and scraping up a primer from a pan like that. I just don't love that. I don't love that journey for me. I am just going to put this in the areas where my pores are the biggest and I feel like I need the most help. As you can see, I do have acne scarring. My issue is my cheeks and my acne scarring, so I always try to focus my primer in this area here. So I am all primed now. The next step is I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked Skin. This is the color correcting fluid in the yellow. This is really good for if you have certain like darker shadowy areas. In the corners of my eyes, I tend to get really dark, and I know that a lot of people have that problem, so it's really good for like color correcting those dark areas. For under eyes, if you have like hyperpigmentation, there's a difference between freckles and hyperpigmentation, so you know, if you want to cover up something that's hyperpigmentation, then I highly recommend using this. So what I'm going to do is I am going to dab in the corners here, and I'm going to do a couple little dots underneath. I'm also going to hit some of the hyperpigmented areas of my skin, and then I'm just going to go in with a brush. So I'm just buffing out where I color corrected. Then for under my eyes, I'm going to go with my damp beauty blender. As you can see, it's just really good at like brightening up those darker areas that I have. Then we're going to go in with our foundation. I'm going to go in with the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I really like this. I love that you don't need to use a lot of it to get that coverage on your face. So I don't want to cover up my freckles completely, but I do want to sort of even out my skin tone. I'm just going to take a couple. That is like all you need for your whole face. It's totally crazy how far this foundation goes with just a little bit. So yes, I was not blessed with the smoothest skin. I have a lot of acne scarring, which I've worked pretty hard to get rid of. If you guys haven't watched my skin transformation video, I will link it down below. It just goes into my experience with Accutane and with Freckles surgery and all kinds of different things that I've done to clear up my skin. I used to have really bad cystic acne. It was hard. It was really hard going through that. So for anyone out there who has experienced that, I hear ya. It is not a fun experience. I don't know if you can see on camera, but you can definitely still see through to my freckles. I think if I did like one more layer of this, it would cover them up pretty significantly, but we don't want to do that today. We just want to even out the skin tone, and then we're going to conceal some of the darker areas. Okay, so next we are going to start concealing. I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Concealer. I like this concealer. I don't know if I love it yet. I have tried it a couple times, but I haven't done like a full night out wearing it. I actually watched a really illuminating video on concealing. I'm sure a lot of you who are here, if you're interested in makeup, if you are on YouTube, then you know about Samantha Ravindal. She's amazing. She's been on YouTube for a hot second. She is a makeup artist. Her channel's amazing. She just did a video recently where she had professional makeup artists come do her makeup, and one of the things they talked about was concealer and how we are all using so much concealer. She was literally using like the tiniest little bit and just buffing it out, and I was like, oh my god, that's right. We're not supposed to use like so much concealer. I mean, you can do like the light triangle underneath your eye, the highlighting, the full contour, but just know that you don't have to do that every time you do your makeup. You can just do a little bit of spot concealing if you have, like I do, that little bit of hyperpigmentation just to get rid of that. That's fine, honey. That is just fine. Oh, this top is bothering me. So the next thing we're gonna do is a little bit of powder underneath the eyes. I'm using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Powder. I am just going to pour a bit of that in here. This is a very smooth powder. I really, really like it. I love this one, and I love the Patrick Star. I'm just gonna let that hang there for a minute, and then we will go through and brush it off. I'm gonna go in with this brush and dab it off. I'm gonna go in with the Sephora bronzer. This is really pretty. I love this bronzer. For those that haven't tried, I am a huge fan of this particular product. This is Anguilla, so this is like a little bit lighter of a bronzer, but I just really like it. So we're just gonna go in and bring a little bit of life back into the face. Okay, so the next step is we're just gonna do a little bit of highlight. Because this is kind of like a skin, freckle, that kind of themed video, I wanted to go straight into doing the highlight, and then I'm gonna do the rest of my eye makeup and everything. So I'm just gonna go in with the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector because this is my favorite highlighter. I've used 1,000 other highlighters, and this is my favorite. I always go back to this one. I just think it's beautiful. It gives the most gorgeous glow. It looks great in pictures. I mean, come on, like, what? Are you kidding? Glow, baby. I do a little bit up here as well. Okay guys, that is it. That is the skin. I think it looks great. I love it. I love that you can still see my freckles, and I still have some imperfections that you can see from my scarring and things like that. But again, this was not supposed to be like a full coverage, like porcelain face tutorial. This was just even out the skin tone, keep the freckles thriving, keep them showing. I'm gonna go do the rest of my makeup, and I will check in with you guys when I am done. I went in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in taupe just to do my brows. For eyeshadow, I just used the Limecrime Venus XS palette.
finish out the eye, I just used a nude pencil to line my waterline, brushed some of the eyeshadow underneath my eye, and finished off with, you guessed it, a winged liner. Then it was time for lashes, and I'm just using my Ardell individual lashes.
So I actually only do my lashes on the outside part of my eye. I just feel like that looks better for me. So don't feel like to wear falsies or individuals or anything like that, that you have to wear the whole lash. You don't. You can cut them to your specifications. You can cut them to your eye shape. What comes in the package is just a starting point. So, you know, if you're somebody like me who doesn't like to have the band going into the corner of the eye, then I highly recommend doing individuals because they are just easier to work with, and they're even more customizable than a strip lash. Done. I'm gonna do a little bit of blush because I realized I don't have any blush and I'm kind of feeling like a little blushy moment.
I've set an alarm for 13:32.
Okay. Phone. Where's my phone? Where's my phone?
For lips, I just went in with the L'Oreal Color Riche in Forever Rose, and then I topped that off with MAC's Lip Glass in Tinsel Seeker.
Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. I just did like a little lip. I used the Limecrime Venus XS palette to do my eyelids, and I really liked how it turned out. Obviously, I went a little bit more glam than I was planning on. I kind of wanted to do a little bit more of a natural look, but I just got to playing with makeup and this happened. So as you can see though, it's still pretty light coverage as far as freckles, and you can see them still. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure that you subscribe to my channel down below. Hit that notification bell so that you are notified every time that I upload. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Ooh, see you in the next video.